Hello everyone, my name is Payal Minish Jadhav and my presentation topic name is the Factories Act 1948 under Labor Law. The Factories Act 1948. Applicability of the Act. The premises. Any premises whereon 10 or more persons with the aid of a power or 20 or more workers were working without aid of a power of an any day preceding 12 months, wherein manufacturing process is being carried on. It extended to the whole of India and covers all manufacturing processes and establishments falling within the definitions of factories. Section 2. Second an objective of the act. This act has been come into the force to consolidate and omit the law regulating the workers working in the factories to ensure the safeguard and the interest of the workers and protect them from exploitation. The act prescribes certain standard with regards to safety, welfare, working hours of the workers apart from the other provisions. History of a Factory Act is the Factories Act 1948 was an act by the Parliament passed in the United Kingdom by the Labour government of the Clement Attlee. It passed. It was passed with the intention of safeguarding the health of the workers. It extended the age limit for the medical examinations of a person entering factory employment, while also including male worker in the regulations for providing seats and other issuing extensive new buildings. So here I attach all forms required under Factories Act 1948. I took some the examples like Form 1 prescribed under the Rule 3. Application for permission to construct, extend, or to take into use any building as a factory. Form 2 prescribed under Rule 4 and 12. Application for registration and grant of amendment of a license and the notice of occupation. Form 3 prescribed under the Rule number 3 subsection 4 Certificate of Stability. Form 4 prescribed under the Rule 5 License to work a factory. Form 5 prescribed under the Rule 14 Certificate of a Fitness for a young person. Form 6 sorry Form 6 prescribed under Rule 22 Humidity So here I attach all forms required under the Factories Act 1948. These are some example I have taken. Form number 1 prescribed under section 3 or under rule 3 application for permission to construct, extend or take into use any building as a factory. Form 2 application for registration and grant of amendment of a license and notice of the occupation. Form number 3 says about the certification of a stability. Form number 4 license to work a factory. Form number 5 certificate of a fitness for a young person. Form number 6 humidity registered. Form 7 recording of a lime washing, painting, etc. Form number 8 report of examination or a test of a pressure vessels or plant. Form number 9 register of compensatory holidays. Form number 10, overtime register for exempt workers. Form number 11, notice period for work for adult workers. Form number 12, it is a register of adult workers. Form number 13, notice period for the workers of a child worker work of for the child workers. Form number 14, register of a child worker. Form number 15, register of leave with wages. So overtime wages under the act. If worker works beyond 9 hours a day or 48 hours a week, overtime wages are doubled. The rate of the wages are payable under section 591. Sorry, a workman cannot work in two factories. There is a restriction on double employment under section 60. However, overtime wages are not payable when the worker is on tour. Total working hours including overtime should not score 60 hours in the week, and total overtime workers in the quarter should not be exceed 50 hours. Register the overtime should be maintained. Display on notice board. A notice containing abstract of the Factory Act and the rule made thereunder, with the name and addresses of the factory's inspector and certifying surgeon in English and regional language, should be displayed on the notice board under section 108 subsection 1. Employment of a young person. Any child below the age of 14 years cannot be employed under section 67. Child above the 14 but below the age of the 15 years can be employed only for 4.5 hours per day under section 71. He should be certified fit by the certified surgeon under section 68. He cannot be employed during the night between 10 pm to 6 am under section 711. Annual leave. A worker having work for 240 days, 1 day leave for every 20 days, and for a child 1 day leave for working of 15 days. Accumulation of leave for 30 days under section 79. So notice of any accident causing disablement of more than 48 hours, dangerous occurrence, and any worker uh, contacting occupational diseases should be informed to factory inspector. See under section 881. Notice of dangerous occurrence and the specified disease should be given under section 88A and 89. Obligation regarding hazardous processes. Information about the hazardous substances or the processes should be given. Worker and the general public in the vicinity should be informed about the danger and the health hazards. Safety measures and the emergency plans should be ready. Safety committee should be appointed. Penalty to the workers. If there is any contravention of any of the previous of these provisions of this act or any rules, employer and the manager will be punishable with imprisonment up to 2 years or the fine up to 1 crore or the 15 lakhs or both under section 92. Please check the penalty chart for the various controversies under this chart I have given below. Objective of the Factory Act 1948. The main objective of the Factory Act 1948 is to ensure Adequate safety measures in the factory's premises. The Factory Act promotes health and welfare of the workers employed in the factories as well as prevent hazardous or the uh, dangerous growth of the prevents the hazardous or the haphazard growth of the factory. The act supports workers from being exploited and cast duties, obligations, and responsibilities on the occurs or the occupier of the factory and also on the factory manager for improving the working conditions within the factory premises. So, here are some important labor laws. Laws relating to the condition of the employment, which consist the Industrial Employment of a Standing Order Act 1946, then Contract Labor 1970, the Factories Act 1948, Maternity Benefits 1961, Child Labor 1986, Interstate Migrant Workmen 1979, and Sales Promotion Employees, that is 1976, and State Specific Shop and Establishment Act. So these are some important labor laws. So the feature of this Factory Act 1948 is the feature of the 1948 indicates all the important points which is related to the working hours, welfare, safety, and health of the employees. So here is all about my presentation and the Factories Act 1948. Thank you.